Welcome to the channel. I'm Stacy, and my goal here is to help you to be front of house ready for your worship services. Now that does cover tones, but it also covers parts, and today we're going to be going over the parts for the song Thank God I'm Free by Elevation Rhythm. This one's in the key of E at 128 beats per minute, and let's just get into it. So we're going to be playing a little lead line coming off of this D-shaped E chord. We're going to have the D string fretted at the 6th fret, the G at the 4th, and then the 6th. The B at the 5th, and then the 7th, and we're going to slide that up to the 9th. And then we're going to play a little double stop chord, G and B at the 9th twice, and then the G at the 9th, B at the 7th. And then the G at the 9th, the B at the 10th, and then the B at the 9th. We're going to repeat that all the way through to those double stops. With all the effects, it'll sound like this. On the cover video, I held on to those notes and I made them sustain. It sounded cool. We're out for the first verse, so it just gave me something to do for that part. When we do come in, we're going to be on verse 2, but it's kind of just a long verse section. And then when we come in, we're going to be fretting our G string at the 9th fret. And then I have these kind of a 5-count rhythm, and it sounds like this. That's the basic count, and then we're going to be adding in some up picks throughout that, giving it a little bit of a gallop with a delay. We're going to swell into it. We're going to do that particular note, that rhythm, 5 times, and then we're going to come up to the 11th fret, and then the 13th fret. For the 13th fret, we're going to do that 1 time, and then the second pass, we're going to stop after our 3rd major accent. Slide it down, and then we're going to be into our chorus. So all the effects for that first section will sound like this. I'm going to go ahead and swell in and play the whole part. Coming out of that, we're in our first chorus. We're going to be playing that same E chord, fretting our G and B string at the 9th fret. And then the G at the 9th, B at the 7th. Back to the G and B at the 9th. And then the G at the 9th, B at the 10th. That concludes that cycle of chords. And then we're going to be back with the B and G on the 9th. The way that I did it, we do play the whole thing twice. I'm just hitting down chords with the effects that we have going on. There's enough stuff that helps to fill that out, and it's our first chorus, so it's kind of a down chorus. And then out of that chorus, we're going to do our post chorus, and it's going to be the exact same chord shapes. We're only going to hit the G at the 9th, the B at the 10th, the first time through, and then the second pass, we're just going to drive that B and G fretted at the 9th. And also the pattern that we're going to be strumming is going to change. It's going to get into that real percussive kind of funk rhythm. It's going to be a fun one. And I'll just play it real quick. I'll show you how that's going to sound without the effects. And then you'll hear how much the effects really add to that part. So for that, I am fretting the G and B strings at the 9th. And then I'm using my middle finger to mute the D string and the A string, whatever I can reach, whatever I might have a chance of accidentally fretting or buzzing on. So that way I'm hopefully just getting the strings that I'm fretting to come out. So it'll be a little bit like this. That's how that part will be. I'm going to go through the chorus and the post-chorus with all the effects, and it'll sound like this. Coming out of that, we're into a turnaround. It's the exact same part that we played for our intro, only we're just going to run through it one time. And then now we're into our next verse section. So this one's going to be just a single verse. And we're going to be fretting our G string at the 9th fret. We're going to mute the D. I muted it with my middle finger, and then I'm muting the B string with the meaty part of my ring finger. So you can hear the only note ringing out is that, but I'm running across at least from the A string down. It's hard to not let them buzz through. I've got fairly high action. I used to play it a lot lower, and I've just benefited from good tone since I raised it. So, but we're going to be fretting the G at the 9th. And it's that same 5 accents. There are 4 with about a similar gap, and then that 5th one comes in a little quick. So we're going to have 5 counts on the 9th, and then we're going to come down to the 8th. We're going to do one measure of those 5 counts, and then we're going to come down to the 6th, do a measure, and then we're just going to drive it straight. So I hit it 7 times. I try to count it so that the tabs make sense when you hear what I did. If you're watching the video or listening, when you go over it with the tabs. So I hit it 7 times and then slide it out and let that 8th count just be counted kind of just in the ambience. So that part with all the effects will sound like this. Coming out of that, we're in our next chorus, and this one is very similar as far as the feel, but a little bit more energy. So I've got more downstrokes, and then there are some upstrokes, but it's not quite that percussive funk strumming. But we're going to be on the same chord. So G and B fretted at the 9th, G at the 9th, B at the 7th, G and B at the 9th, G at the 9th, B at the 10th. We're going to go through that 2 times, and then we get into that same funk rhythm that we did the first chorus, and it'll be played the same way. So with all the effects, that chorus and post-chorus will sound like this. Coming out of that, we're into the bridge, and we're going to switch to a slightly more ambient preset. I have that set up on mine as Snapshot 3. The delays are, the repeats are a little bit louder, and then the decay on the reverb runs a little bit longer. But the part is just this. So we're going to fret the G string at the 11th, the B at the 9th, the G at the 9th. We're going to do that 8 times. With all the effects, it sounds really cool. It really fills up that space and gives the dynamics a chance to grow. And then we go from that part, we kick on our lead tone again. And then, oh no, we don't kick on our lead tone. We go back to what we were using for our choruses. So just a little bit less delay, a little less reverb. And then we're going to be doing that percussive single note thing that we did for our second verse section. And we're going to fret the G at the 11th, the G at the 13th, and the 9th. It's the same notes as we were just doing. But we're doing that percussive thing. This is helping the dynamics to grow. And then coming out of that, we're going to be kicking on our lead tone. And then we're just going to do a single note of that 11th on the G, 13th, and 9th for 4 times. So it's 8 times with our ambient snapshot for the beginning of the bridge. And then it's 4 times with that percussive rhythmic thing. And then 4 times with just a single note with the lead tone. And with all the effects, that whole section will sound like this. Coming out of that, we're in a down chorus. And so it's the same thing we've been doing for choruses, only we're not going to play for the first pass and then the half of the second pass. So that's going to be the chords fretting the G and B at the 9th, the G at the 9th, B at the 7th, G and B at the 9th, and then B at the 10th. We're going to come in on the back half of the second pass of that. So that's going to, the band will be going through at least the keys, G and B at the 9th, B at the 7th. And then when it comes back to the 9th is when we come in, and then we're going to hit that B at the 10th. And so it'll sound with all the effects, since we've already done this a few times. I'm just going to go through just how that down chorus will wrap up. And then we go into a post chorus, and it's going to be that same percussive rhythmic strum. So just hearing it, thinking about it going through the first pass on that chorus, going into the second pass, when we come in, it'll be like this. And then right into the chorus, the post chorus. And that's that rhythmic thing that we've done a few times. So I'm not going to go through it again, but it's the same thing. G and B at the 9th, B at the 7th, G and B at the 9th, B at the 10th. And then we drive it G and B on the 9th for that final time. I am going to run through it because I want to go through the bridge part as well. All right, so we'll go through all of it at once. We're going to go through that post chorus, and then the bridge is going to kick in again with the D string fretted at the 4th, the 6th, and then the 2nd. And we're going to be using our lead tone, so it'll help it to punch out in the mix a little bit more. We're going to do that 4 times, and then we're going to come up and play an octave part. It's the same notes, just played it in a different spot. The A string at the 9th, G at the 11th, A at the 11th, G at the 13th, A at the 7th, G at the 9th. And this is also going to be with our lead tone. We're doing that 4 times, and then we're going to play just the single note on the G string, 11, 13, 9, with our lead tone. And then coming out of that, that's going to be 4 times, and then we're going to be into the post-chorus, but we're going to play this one different. I'll go through that post-chorus out of the down chorus, and I'll connect those two, go through the bridge, and then that refrain until we get to our last part. So with all the effects, that'll be like this. And coming out of that, things are going to change up a little bit. We have a descending and ascending line on the B string. We're going to go 12th fret, 10th, 9th, 10th, 12, and hold. We're going to do that again, only we're going to walk up the 10, 9, 12 twice, and then hit the 12th fret 3 times when we get there. We do that twice. The whole thing twice, and then when we come back in and do it again, we're going to add the 3 strikes on the B string, the first descend and ascend. It'll be like this. And we do that whole thing 2 times. The rest of the band goes through a little bit of just a wrap up, but we hang on to those notes, and And then we just hang on to that last note and just let that ring as the rest of the band just comes down from that huge chorus. All right, so I guess it's not the chorus, the post-chorus. So with all the effects, that whole section will be like this. I'm going to run through both phrasings twice. It'll be like this. I hope you found this one helpful. If you did, subscribe and hit that like button for good measure. If you'd like the resources for this song, you'll find them at a link in the description box below. There's also a Sunday Starter Pack, a free download for HX Stomp as well as Helix. You'll find that link down there as well. The HX Stomp Sunday Starter Pack comes with 2 free presets as well as a tabbed reference chart and a MIDI controller guide in case you are using a MIDI controller with your HX Stomp. The Helix Sunday Starter Pack comes with 2 free presets as well as the tabbed reference chart. No need for a MIDI controller when you've got the Helix. All right, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.